Hello and welcome to Green 360, the world of agriculture on iBrandTV. I am Michael Nath, your host on the show. On this episode, we shall be talking about the role of the media in promoting agriculture. Details after this break. You're watching Green 360, the world of agriculture on iBrandTV. Going forward, let's take this notable quote. Edward Gibbon, born May 8th, 1737, was an English historian, writer, and member of Parliament. Agriculture is the science and the practice of farming, including cultivation of the soil for the growing of crops and the rearing of animals to provide food and raw materials for human need. On the other hand, the media is the organized means of mass communication regarded collectively. The media plays an important role in the society as a source of information, but also as a watchdog, filtering the information received and presenting it in the way which they believe best represents the story. With issues such as climate, desertification, insecurity, and so on affecting agriculture, what role does the media play to highlight all the issues affecting agriculture for the attention of the adequate authorities and the people generally? Now, to help us illustrate our discourse, let's take this field report.
The rise of sedentary human civilization as known today was made possible by the discovery of agriculture, whereby famine of domesticated species created food surpluses that enabled people to live in organized settlements across towns and cities. However, man kept discovering other areas of interest while gradually developing them into various occupations and vocations as known today from generations to generations. The media as an organized means of mass communication and information dissemination, comprising the outdoor, print, broadcast, and the internet media, is one of the countless occupations man has discovered over the ages. While food drives the world and everyone on earth has to eat some food daily, no matter their occupation, it is necessary more hands are on deck to cultivate the land, grow the crops, and rear the animals. With many occupations open to every individual, and given the ever-growing world's population, more people have to be encouraged to go into agriculture, either as individuals or corporate bodies, to ensure food security. The role of the media in this regard cannot be overemphasized. Newspapers and magazines need to write feature stories and incisive analysis that will encourage people to embrace agriculture, while radio and television have to produce programs that will promote agriculture from various angles. In the same vein, the internet and digital media need to be judiciously utilized to strongly promote the importance of agriculture, especially among the youths.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's through unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
You're still watching Green 360, and I have with me here in the studio someone who has once been my guest here on the show. The other time, he talked about lessons learned from COVID-19 on the significance of agriculture. Today, he's going to talk about the role of the media in promoting and propagating the best interests of agriculture for the good and benefit of man. He is a media strategist and content provider in person of Laide Akano. Laide, you're welcome to the show again.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure being here.
Yeah, okay, now let's go straight to this. What role does the media play in promoting agriculture?
Well, media has a lot of role to play in promoting agriculture. Like, media has a responsibility to the society at large. Media manages information. Media filters information. Media projects information to the people. Because what radio will tell the people, one radio station will tell the people, even if you send 1,000 men out, they won't cover, 1% of what that single radio station will cover. Because one, person to person, you will need, first of all, to call my attention. I may not be in the mood. But if it's radio just says it, I hear it. I can digest the information later. I can just receive it now and process it later. But if you have sent somebody to me in person, one, I may not even give that person the attention needed. So, media has a responsibility to the society to adequately inform and educate us. Now, on agriculture, everybody knows that agriculture is very important because that's the agriculture provides us with the food we eat, and food drives the world. So whether you work in the media or you work as a pilot, on the aeroplane, you need to eat. But even if you don't eat, it will get to a point you won't be able to function.
Okay.
So food drives the world. So it's very important. Now, given the very essence of agriculture, in relating to the media should do everything to promote agriculture in terms of encouraging people, to want to farm. Because as we speak now, there are many people who have like a couple of millions or some money,
all right,
not given amount, to do something, and they are still looking at what to do. They may not have thought of agriculture, or rather look at agriculture, they may be looking at it from the perspective of hard work, stress, that. But if the media is there, promoting agriculture, hammering it to, in the ears of the people, that this is agriculture, what it is, how good it is, and even these are the best practices today. The way the media promotes music, the way the media promotes drama, as we speak now, I don't think there's any media house having any reality show on agriculture. That's what we are talking about. You know my point?
Okay.
You promote agriculture like you promote music, like you promote culture, sport. Every media house, radio, and this one even gets to the print media. All of them have something of sports. Even secondary school, even primary school children would discuss sports, and you marvel because the media has informed them enough. But come to agriculture, media needs to do more.
Now, tell me something. What about rural areas, where people do not have that much access, to the media? How do they enjoy?
That is where radio has to play a role. If you talk of rural areas, it's like people on their own have to have the culture of listening to the radio, or rather, embracing the media. That's one thing I like the Northerners for. No matter the situation, and in terms of whether it's rich or it's poor or whatever, he has his small transistor wherever he's going, because he knows the power of information. You know my point? People on their own need to know the power of information. So rural areas really can do that job. And even, thank you for the question, even our Ministry of Agri too could, because media is not limited to TV, radio, or print media. You have the public address system. It's all part of the media. Media is defined as organized means of passing, mass information.
Yes.
So even the Ministry of Agri can do that. But even as we talk of rural areas now, except there's no network. If there's network, many of rural areas must have been to a number of rural areas. You have gone on. I've gone to look at farms for maybe working on one project or the other. The moment there's a network, as in telecom service, they can listen to the radio, or rather even watch TV there. So that means the radio and the TV houses we have today, including our newspapers, should, do more on the social media as well. They shouldn't just promote maybe their news or maybe sports only, because many of them have their social media, channels. I know of many even media houses now. I mean, I'm talking of even the print media now. They have their social media channels where they deliver video. So they could do that one for agriculture as well. And if they do it, it's there at any time. Educate people on best practice of, harvesting now. And then maybe the meteorological information. This is what the meteorological department says about rain, about this, about that. People need information.
How would you assess the role the media has played so far in promoting agriculture, especially in Nigeria?
Well, thank you very much. The media so far as the attention they have paid to agriculture is more on the angle of maybe just news reportage. Maybe something happens on a farm, or rather a farm is doing a kind of a product launch. Maybe it's a farm that goes into forward integration. What do I mean by forward integration? Is maybe where a maize farm, maybe it's a maize farm, or rather any farm whatsoever. Maybe they now do a product that they can sell, so that you don't have to go to the farm. Maybe they have a product now that you can pick from the shelf, from the supermarket. So, that is from their farm. Maybe they have a poultry. They now sell their eggs and they want to promote it. So that is what the media has always done. But media has a corporate social responsibility to agriculture. They should pay adequate attention to agriculture, like they pay to football, like they pay to music, like they pay to fashion. That's what I'm talking about. Let there be that program on virtually all the TV houses, or not the radio houses, which teach, at the level of something children will understand, how to grow maize, how to grow yam and stuff. So such programs could be designed for the kids, so that the mindset could be like catch them young. If they know, if because children, when they are in their formative years, they are inspired by the information they have. You get my point? So once a child knows that is agriculture that is behind all the food, all the noodles he enjoys, and if he wants it to continue, he could embrace agriculture. Then the media has a role to play in that. Make such programs entertaining, so that you don't let it look as if you go to the farm, it is boring, it is that. Present it, make it entertaining. The way you present fashion, the way you present sports, that children want to go into it. That is on the level of children. Then for the adults, there are many business opportunities that exist. Many people go into retirement. So there could be programs designed for such people that maybe like 3 years before you retire, you can go into agriculture, it's long lasting, is this, is that. A lot of people look at only the challenges. So analyze the challenges, provide solutions. There could be many programs, on the part of agriculture. Then when government has a policy on agriculture, there should be programs that look at such policies. How can people benefit from it? There are many things. Like let me give you an instance.
Okay.
There was a day I was talking about agro-commodity export to somebody. He said he doesn't know anything how to go about it. He has the money. Okay, so you can talk to the Nigeria Export Promotion Council. I told him, you know, and about insuring it, you have Nigeria Insurance Corporation. You have many institutions that are focused on agriculture, you know, maybe financing, insurance, and many of them, which are purpose, you know, made for agriculture. But many people don't know because the media has not actually looked at these things thoroughly. You know, take for instance, if a bank is founded today for agriculture, the best the media will do is the day they open that bank, the day they unveil the bank, maybe the next time you hear anything about the bank is maybe there's a scandal, or rather maybe 10th anniversary. What has media talked about the bank of agriculture, you know? So don't let the media wait until maybe there's an issue. So let there be media programs that will look at agriculture from many angles, you know, from the angle of what will appeal to the children, what will make agriculture appealing to the children. Go to the universities, look at their faculty of agriculture, what are they doing, the research, you know, many things. So as you have many programs, you know, that look at other subjects, other areas of life from many perspectives, let there be something that will look at agriculture from many perspectives as well. But the media could say, okay, they are in business, fine, they are in business, but then they have a corporate social responsibility to agriculture. Because without, look at the time of COVID-19, apart from the media houses that are open to inform everybody, theaters closed, cinemas closed, the only, it's only agriculture that is permitted to function. You know, it's like the food markets, then the food sellers. But all these people are just at the front end of agriculture because they don't produce the foods themselves. They buy from the farmers. So that has told us that agriculture is highly essential to our very existence, and it has to be promoted by the media.
Okay, now the role of the responsibility of ensuring that the media, you know, steps up its game as regards the promotion of agriculture. Whose responsibility, on whose shoulders does it rest? Is it the media owners or the government?
Well, it's on both sides. But if you say the government could say, okay, we have our media organs. So government may want to lead, government may want to limit their involvement to only their own media organs. Like, take for instance in Nigeria, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, or NTA, which is not good enough because, you know, as a TV viewer or as a radio listener in my house, I may not be tuned to any of these channels at that point in time when you are doing a program that promotes agriculture, as the case may be. But media owners of their own should take it up and create content about agriculture that will attract advertisers. So, if for instance, let's say you have a quiz show on agriculture alone, and I'm a maker of maybe a noodle. Okay. Let's say I have a noodle brand now, or rather I make biscuit or whatever. If you have a quiz show on agriculture that is fantastic, you know, like maybe a show where you can have questions like, would you tell us the crop from which noodle is made? Many people don't know. Some people think maybe the noodle they eat is made from maybe some chemicals. No, but it's made from flour, which is a product of wheat. So if there are programs like that, as a noodle brand, I could be interested to sponsor it because one, it informs, it challenges people, you know, it taps their brain, it's entertaining. So you have something maybe at quiz level for maybe secondary school students. And if I know that school children watch this show, as an advertiser, I want to target them. So it's a question of being creative about it, being business-like about it. So government has their role, media owners have their role as well.
Okay, now you mentioned school children being interested in the program. because it is the volume of audience that will actually encourage the advertisers. Now, unfortunately, most of our youths are not interested in agriculture. They feel that agriculture is a dirty occupation, you know. They would rather have...
That is what I'm saying, that we have to let it attract them. We have to do it in the way that we are.
In what way? Can we be a little more practical about this?
Thank you very much. They all have their idols. Maybe football idols. Take, for instance, Nnamdi Kanu now is a Nigerian football star, or Deji Okocha, a Nigerian football star. So let's have a Kanu talk about agriculture, you know. Now he has retired from football. So let him talk about agriculture.
But he's not a farmer.
He's not a farmer, fine. But
you don't give what you don't have.
Good. But if, for instance, this same Kanu will talk about other things, he will talk about betting, he will talk about, and people will listen to it, you know. So it's a question of the media being creative about it. So if I let Kanu talk on the farm, first of all, I've attracted people who are followers of Kanu. And he now talks about, look, football entertains you, you know, but then after the entertainment, after everything, you need to eat. And it's sustainable. Not everybody will be a footballer, but everybody can be a farmer. So when Kanu makes all these points, it will, out of 1,000 listeners, it will inspire a minimum of 10. A minimum of 10, which is something. So if Okocha does the same thing, there are many angles to it. Like I've mentioned in quiz, there can be a reality show. You know, you have all this reality show where all they do is just maybe dance and do all that and they win millions. Let's say, okay, we are going to have a reality show. If you win, or rather maybe 10 people to win, for 5 years, we'll give you maybe 10 hectares of land on which to farm, or rather maybe fish pond or whatever. You can imagine how people will be willing to do it. Because if you want to farm now, you need the land, you need the facility. But if what you win on this show, if you come on this show, and it's not just one winner, let's say we have a show now, and we say we are looking at 50 people. So the 50 people to win on this reality show, or maybe debate, or maybe quiz, or whatever. So it's content for the media. But the media has always approached it as just going to the farm to show just the art part of it, or rather just to report when there is maybe a flood and the farm is washed away. So if what you are telling me about farm is when a flood washes it away, you are telling me don't go into it. You get my point?
Okay.
But if you make it exciting, so you do a reality show, so you let me know that even while farming, I too can enjoy myself, and you tell me that I will eat my fruit fresh, I will eat my vegetable fresh, compared to the processed one, or rather compared to synthetic food which I buy, the processed food. So if you give me all these benefits, you talk about the earth, the earth benefit of it. You bring a nutritionist to talk about it. You show me a poultry farm. You show me a poultry farm, and you show somebody taking a chicken live and making it into soup or whatever, or maybe fish, and you let your audience know that this live chicken is more beneficial, you know, to your body than the frozen chicken. And
give reasons.
You give reasons, the health benefit. So people are not, you know, the people are not daft. So you are encouraging somebody. If you let them know that even that small portion behind your house, you can plant tomato.
Okay. Now, thank you so much. We really don't have much time. We would have talked so much about this very all-important subject, but I won't let you go until, because we've been dwelling on traditional or conventional media all this while. I want you very, very briefly here, talk about the social media.
Yeah, that's it. In fact, especially for the benefit of our youth.
Yeah.
If you go to Instagram, what do you see most of our girls do? Twerking. just shaking their buttocks for the camera, which is somewhat nauseating. But then you have some farm coming on, but all they do is just advertise their product. And if it's just an advert, I may not be interested, because maybe you are telling me you sell eggs. Okay, I know where I buy eggs already. But if, such farms would rather do content that will attract me, like I've talked about Kanu, get a Funka Kidere who I want to watch. And I now see that it's not just comedy, or rather maybe an ontology who is a very popular face. Or maybe a motivational speaker that I've always followed, or an influencer. Let that influencer talk about agriculture. It will inspire somebody. If there's somebody who has maybe like 2 million followers on Facebook, on Instagram, and all such other social media, let such influencer start writing something about agric.
Okay.
With time, if he has 2 million followers, no doubt out of the 2 million, 1 million will either see whatever video he uploads, or rather whatever he wrote. Out of that 1 million, 10,000 will be inspired.
Thank you very much, Laide. Thanks for your thoughts.
It's a pleasure.
And for you out there, I hope you learned something here. Be on the lookout next time we come your way to find out what we have here on the delivery line. It's been a role of the media in promoting agriculture, and you had it all here on Green 360 from iBrandTV. My name is Michael Nath.